All right. To those watching on Twitch and Twitter, welcome. This is a Alpha Sharks live stream. We actually have a new update regarding our trending page today, and that is what we will be highlighting throughout the live stream. Again, we're going to give it about 5 minutes for people in the Discord and some more people on Twitter and Twitch to also contribute. We will be giving away $100 at the end of the session, just like we did the last time. So those who are in the Discord, if you guys can manage to stick around for about an hour, usually the sessions last. Hopefully it's your lucky day. But yeah, again, we'll give it about 5 minutes and we will let some people get in here. All right. Welcome everybody, whether you're watching on Twitter, Twitch, or you're within the Discord. My name is Swarzy. We'll be going over the new Alpha Sharks update that's been released today. And again, anybody who has any questions, if you're in the Discord, you have an exclusive link that you guys can click and end up in a queue. I see Squid is already in the queue. Again, if you have a question, you're more than welcome to click that link, put yourself in the queue, and I will answer those questions myself. If you are shy and would like to just chat it, you can type it as well, and the text will pop up. So let's jump right into it. We are actually... can anybody confirm that we can see my screen now? The actual Alpha Sharks? Yeah. Awesome. Cool. So for today, people who ended up viewing Sharks noticed that we had something really interesting going on today. We had not only our minting page, which was updated within the last week, but we also have our trending page, which is updated, which actually starts to match our minting page. So there's lots of correlations between the two, And what we'll be going over is we'll go over the main trending page and show the correlations with the mint page as well. So one of the first things I really wanted to jump in on was, I guess we'll go left to right. So initially, we have two sections that we're going to be breaking down the trending portion into, which is one is going to be trending projects. The second one is going to be live sales. Again, the first one we're going to be jumping into is the trending projects. The first thing that we're going to pretty much see is the project title itself. And we're also going to have right under that the supply. And notice we have little transactions that are kind of going on, these little orange symbols. These on the trending page are going to mean something very specific. This is actual sales that are actually pending, that are actually going on, that are actually happening live that we're seeing. As opposed to the minting page, we'll get to what this exact metric means. But on this page itself, it's directly going to be correlated to sales that are going on or transactions that are actually going on to confirm that sale. Next, we can see that we have our unique holders, and we're actually going to have 3 different color metrics that we're going to have just for visual reference, just to help us out, just to know, hey, how many owners to supply ratio is actually happening within this project. So right here we can see we have an orange one saying that we're at 70%. What that's going to mean is that at least 50% of the collection is going to have at least 50% unique holders. So if you see something over 50%, it should be considered this orange color here. If you start to see something that is grayed out, that is going to indicate that under 50% of the holder to supply ratio there is. So if there is again 20% unique holders, meaning for every 2 owners there's 10 NFTs. That's pretty much this percentage right here. When we get into green, into the green section here, this is going to be a very important metric, because this is going to indicate that we have 70% or higher unique holder ratio. So what that's saying is that if we have about 7 owners to each 10 NFTs, which again, that's pretty solid, because again, we want our walls to be thinner at this point. The lower the unique holder ratio, the more likely people are going to dump on you. The higher the percentage unique holders there are, the less likely they are to actually dump on you. Actually, at least from what I've seen. So very interesting metric that we got added to the trending page, which I think is going to help tremendously. Next, we're actually going to have our listing percentage. Listing percentage is something we go over all the time within our view. And we have two main colors that pop up most of the times. We have 3, but 2 mainly pop up for most part. We're gonna have this blue metric here, and the blue metric is going to indicate this 13%. This blue is saying that under 15% of the total supply is actually listed, which if that's a very solid indicator for us to say, hey, there's some type of indication for holders to not list their NFT, because again, if there's only 15% listed of the total supply, that's something we definitely want to keep an eye on as some buyers. The next metric is going to be the purple colored icon with the listed listing percentage, and what that's going to indicate is listings that, or projects with listings under 5% of their total supply. So again, if just based off these colored metrics, let's say we have higher than 70% unique holders, and only 3% is listed. These two metrics in itself are breaking down what projects that we should start looking into, because they have the setup for it, as opposed to just getting into what I call junk or total degen plays, where again only 17% unique holders, where that's not something that we're looking to potentially jump into due to the probability of people dumping, I guess, this project on you. So watching these two metrics is something that we're going to dive a lot deeper into going into the future with these sessions, because these are some very important metrics. And again, by just color coding them, we can see off the bat, if we have a green and a purple next to each other, that's going to tell us, hey, there's the holders who are holding this, the people who are quote unquote selling or lack thereof, something's up with this project, and we definitely want to be notified or on notice when this actually happens. So going on to the right side, you're actually going to have the a miniature sale chart that is going on, and will change with the time frames that you're actually pulling up. So if you're pulling up a 30-minute, this should give you 30-minute sales, or sales within the last 30 minutes. And again, just a nice indication for us to see what's trending over time. If lots of projects are kind of trending at the same time, we can see which one has the most strength coming in. We can also see which one has the most transactions coming in. So very neat metric that we're getting added to Alpha Sharks in this update. The next portion is going to be the average ETH price within, again, this is going to adapt with the time frames. So notice over the last let's say hour, it's saying that 1 ETH floor price here is changing. It's above or green. It's pretty much saying that this is green above the last hour that it has traded, and this is the floor price that has actually been traded within the last hour. If you go to the right side and you see sales, all this is indicating is, again, sales within whatever time frame we're in. So within the hour, sales have actually gone down within the last hour on this project, is what this indicator is indicating here. So no matter what time frame that you're on, just make sure that you're taking that into account, because you will get different metrics throughout different time frames. So definitely something to look out at, because again, these are directly correlated to our supply and demand. Sales being directly correlated to our demand, and average floor price, we want to see where the actual trend is going. Are we higher than we were 1 hour ago, or are we lower than we were 1 hour ago? Definitely something to keep an eye out for. Let me jump into the chat real quick. Let me open up the floor to anybody. If there were any questions, again, I know we have one person in the queue. For those who are in the Discord, there is a link to the guest stream that you can press, and you should be able to jump inside the queue. I will post that again. Just reposted that for you guys. Let me read the chat real quick. How long is the session? I'm falling asleep but trying to stay up. Let me update. That is going to be about an hour. The sessions usually last about an hour. We'll try to get it done pretty quickly and efficiently for you guys. Cool. Squid has no question. Okay. All right. So if there are no questions, we'll jump straight into the right side of the update that we ended up getting. We ended up getting the live sales portion, which is very nice indication of what's happening live. So if anybody's been here from the beginning, you guys remember our fire hose indicator, or on the first version. And that was very helpful, and this is pretty much what we're getting here, just with a little more in-depth, a little more details. And I guess we'll start with the top. Again, same thing, starting with the project itself. Then we're going to get into these three little symbols here. One is going to be a little gas station little symbol, and what that's going to indicate is the range of gas that is being used inside the actual project itself. So I know we had a lot of questions regarding gas and priority and how to kind of utilize the differences between the two. And this metric here is directly going to tell you, hey, how much are people ranging on the gas and how much are people ranging on the priority? So again, notice with 1 ETH floor price, the gas is ranging from about 9 to about 111. Notice on Dawn Samurai, it's about 11.9 to about 60. So again, when people ask questions regarding the, I guess, gas preferences and priority preferences, now you guys can really see why it's individualized, because again, that's going to be correlated to how bad these people actually want the NFT itself. So for something that's very sought after, you guys will see the gas prices start to soar on those, and priority fees, the same thing. The priority fee is going to be the little flame symbol that you have right next to the gas station symbol, gas pump symbol. And then on the right hand side of that, you're going to have an ETH symbol. And what the ETH symbol is going to indicate is total ETH being transacted at the moment in time. So notice this is 0.159. And look at what we have going on here. We have 16 transactions that are going on. So what this is calculating here is that there's 15 or 0.159 ETH being transacted at this time through 16 transactions. And it's also being done right here by 2 people. So this is a very key metric that we should also be honing in on, because this is huge. If we can tell that only 2 people are making 16 transactions, then that's, again, we can tell what kind of holders they are. They're probably holding more than one at this point. If we see 16 transactions from 16 different people, that's probably a lot more bullish for me, because again, that's going back to this unique holder ratio. I want to see as many unique holders there are to each NFT, as opposed to 2 people buying 16 of them. I want to see more of this. I want to see 12 people buying 18 as opposed to 2 people buying 16. So definitely a neat metric that we got added to Sharks. Let me read the comments real quick. Mocha, you're amazing. Shout out to you, Mocha. You're awesome. Always appreciate you coming down. Loki Med, without the sessions, how are we supposed to figure out what colors, etc.? There's a video posted that K2 posted. I will find that link in the Discord, but it was definitely released about 2 hours ago, maybe. Lime, just feedback if possible to zoom into the specific bit you're talking about. That would be great. Oh, I will definitely take that into consideration. And let me see. I do have somebody else in the queue. Ayahuasca, did you have a question? Would you like to be brought up to the live stream? Let's see. Let's bring them on. Ayahuasca, I think you're... Oh, never mind. Dipped out on me. Oh, good. All right. Cool. So I guess we don't have any questions. Pretty quick session going on today. That's pretty much it for the trending page itself. Pretty self-explanatory, except for the colorways that we kind of had going on. And again, maybe these little metrics that we added here, I think they're very key to momentum trading. If that's your style of trading, this is definitely going to help you out, because again, you can directly see how many sales are going on, by who, or I mean, yeah, pretty much by who it's going on, how many people are actually going, transacting this project itself. Very interesting to see. So I guess we'll jump into the minting page, which we actually had an update on last week or this past week. And I just want to again reiterate, though the mint page and the trending page do look like they have similar stats, there are going to be a few different variations on them. So going back to again here on top mints, under the mint page, we're gonna have top mints and live mints. In trends, it was top trends and live trends. And in this portion, again, we're going to have the project supply, pretty self-explanatory. Then same thing right here. This is where we start to get the little differentiation between the trending page and the minting page. It's pretty much telling us the same concept, that there's a transaction that's going on, but again, these are projects that are still minting. So that what this is here is, this is a transaction that's happening in the meme pool. And if what this is saying is that it's actually not done being minted as of yet, but when it does get minted, we will see a metric that looks like this. They will have little green check marks saying that, hey, this transaction, it was actually minted at this point. We configure that this transaction fully went through. So just a little difference right there. And again, one of the cool things that we now also have is the little pop-up menu that should, oops, apologies. If you click the top mints on any of the projects you're potentially looking at, you can get the little pop-up side view that we actually get here, which is really interesting. Again, we're going to have our project name. Then we're going to have a quick view stats, meaning if you're just looking to find the next momentum play and you're just looking to see quick stats on projects, you can easily just go in throughout each project and see, hey, let me look at the view stats. Average mint, so it looks like somewhat of a free mint. Average listing floor price, what's the NBCP, what percentage is listed, and how's the supply and demand going on? How's that looking on the time frame that we're actually in? So let's say we change this to like a 1 minute. We should see our actual data that's flowing through also change with this, at least the supply and demand data. The other thing we also have to look at is our notable holders. So looking through when people are minting, not only do we want to see unique holders be up, but we also want notable holders to be up. So again, this is going to be very key, because if it's unique holders that are all within the same project, then that's probably not something as bullish as if Bay C and Moonbirds and Cool Cats and Doodles and all these other projects were considered into this project as well. So it's kind of cool to see who's actually holding and minting the project itself. Another little metric, we have a quick sell wall pop-up that you can just pop up here to see, again, where the sell walls are, how much or how thick your walls are to get through to potential resistances. And then you have your momentum chart sitting here. Again, purple is going to indicate the sales that are going on. So ideally, if you're looking for some type of momentum play, you would like to see sales to be rising and for our listings to be going more towards zero. So our green candles, you want them to be going more towards that zero line, with sales kind of increasing as well. The last portion to the pop-up on the mint page is going to be the holder distribution. So when you can actually see in the matrix that the people that hold one of the NFT, there's 636 of them. Again, just being able to see this very quickly and see if there's numerous holders with, I mean, again, 10 plus tokens, that's going to be something that we're going to want to look at, or at least take note of, because that's going to figure how thick our actual walls are at this point. So a little neat metric that we have here within the matrix. Let's see. Just want to say, keep the great work you guys are doing. The tool in the community is getting better every day. Yeah, that's the motive, man. Again, we're kind of getting out, we're sending out the updates, and again, we know they're not perfect. We know they need work, but that's why we also hold these sessions to get feedback directly from the people who are using it. So again, if you guys are in here and you guys have any feedback on what should be implemented, or you guys have any ideas or any concepts that you guys are looking to address, definitely here's the space to do it. Again, we're looking for just to be the best and to be the most efficient and the most user friendly. So again, with the help of everybody here, I think that's going to help out the growth of Alpha Sharks, and everybody showing up to these events definitely helps out tons, because we get tremendous feedback from every single one of you, whether you guys think you guys are here for a reason or not. So yeah, appreciate you guys coming down. Somebody had a question. Lockmed. A queue would be fantastic, so we don't have to watch videos every time we forget on something is. Yeah, we're working on. I'm thinking there should be potential like pop-ups when you highlight over something. So like, let's say we highlighted over this 9 transactions, we should have a little pop-up like box that pops up, maybe like right beneath us, saying, "Hey, this is blah blah blah. This is 9 transactions that are going on throughout the trend." That would be pretty neat to add in. So yeah, definitely we'll pass that to the team. Again, just going to open up the floor. I'll put the chat on the screen so you guys can see your guys' chat. But yeah, you guys can. I'm gonna open up the floor to you guys. If anybody has any questions, suggestions, concerns, now's the time to kind of come up and talk about that. Again, for anybody who's in the Discord, you guys can click the link I just dropped inside the AMA chat, and that will directly put you into a queue into the live stream if you would like to come up on the live stream itself. The Sieg. Love the new updates. One thing I would like is some new links to project, to website, Twitter, like there was before. Yeah, we talked about that after the last session, and what we're getting back to was there's lots of fake links that pop up, and it's really hard to manage that. But we're looking for alternatives to potentially incorporate that type of information, but we're getting just way too many fraud links or malicious links. So something we definitely, safety and security here at Sharks is definitely one of the first things that we have to solidify. Can we talk if we're in the VC now? You can. I'd prefer if you come up on the stage, but you're able to do that. Go ahead if you had a question. I always gotta mute that guy. It's funny. How do you come up on stage? All you would have to do is click this link right here that I'm going to drop in AMA chat, and then it will put you in a queue, and I will pop you right into the live stream. And did you get it? It should work. It should just be a click of the link, and then you should be able to just pop into the queue. All right, I got you. I'm gonna turn you on to the live stream now. All right, and you're live. I'm not getting any feedback, but your mic is on. No dice. It's picking you up. Oh, there you go. You're out. But yeah, if there's any other questions to pretty much ask, if you're in the Discord, you can just unmute your mic in here if that's easier for you guys. But that link should direct you to the live stream itself. But if you're in the Discord, go ahead. You guys can ask a question. Oh, M. Popped back in. Let's see. All right, M. You should be live. No dice. All right. Let's see if Jap is still here. Jap, you here? No. All right. I guess if nobody has any questions, we'll kind of wrap the session up. Usually we have some more questions kind of going down. Don't know why it's not working. It should work. It's just the mic unmute. That should be it. And just allowing perms. That's pretty much it. You can also speak in the VC as well. Oh, M. Again. Let's give you third time's a charm, M. Come on. All right, you're live. No dice. We got Squid in here. Squid, do you have a question? You're live. No dice. All right. Well, today was a very short session. What I do want to bring up for you guys, though, is this. We do have... Yeah, go ahead. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah, I got you. So the actual cell walls itself, when you're looking into the project, you're going to go into the view mode itself. That's where you're going to get the most out of the full potential of the cell walls as of right now. You're just going to want to go onto the view itself, then go to the bottom 3 charts here. And I like to use these in conjunction with each other. But again, if you're just looking for cell walls, it's going to be this thing right here. And how to utilize it, pretty much the main difference is it's the same version from the one that you had seen before, except now it has, we kind of itemized people or people who are actually selling. So whenever you see green, that's going to indicate this person who's selling has one. We're notified that they only have one of this actual asset. When you see orange, they have 2 to 4 of these assets. It doesn't mean that they're selling that many. It's just saying that this is how many we indicate that they have. This blue one is going to tell us the same thing. They have 5 to 9 tokens and they're selling at this potential point. This one, the purple one, is going to say that they have 10 plus tokens. So the reason we kind of added the color coordination to it is because we want to see, ideally, I kind of break this down. I like going to the 3 little pigs analogy. If we're the big bad wolf and we're trying to push through these cell walls, quote unquote, the 3 little pigs house, we want to, as the wolf, we want to get through very thin walls. We want it to be very easy for us, meaning we want to see more green walls being posted, because that's only people holding one of a token. And that's very, think about it from a seller perspective. If you only had one token of something, you're a lot less likely to let that go, as opposed to if you had 10 tokens of something. And not only that, but think about it just from a numbers perspective. If you see a lot more greens that are being pushed through here, and it only takes 100 cells, and they're all green, that's going to be a thinner wall as opposed to a wall of 100 that are all purple. That is still equates to 100, but that's still a thicker wall that we're getting to. So that's something that to kind of keep an eye on, because that's also giving us an indication of not only how our cell walls are set up, but how the people who are selling are setting up those cell walls. So very neat little indicator there. I hope that answered your question, He-Man. Yeah. Cocoa Bean, y'all keeping me company at work. Hope you are doing well at work, Cocoa Bean. Cocoa Bean was our last winner of the $100 ETH giveaway, so hopefully that's helping out a bit. Ludo, let's see. Will the snipe button be the place where we can cite, can open MetaMask automatically with set criteria? That is a good question. I am not 100% on that, if there's going to be like the auto buys and stuff like that, but ideally the sniping tab will be meant for sniping. So whatever the team actually puts together to make that criteria, that's what we will be getting. But again, with what's been dropping and the feedback we're getting from everybody, it's definitely helping form the platform that we're trying to achieve. So again, thank you guys for all the feedback that has been coming back. Loki Med, what's the green check on the live chart? What's the green check on the live chart on the right mint tab? That's a great question. So when you go into, I believe you're talking about this portion here. When you go into the minting portion, again, we're going to have our two setups. We're going to have our top mints and our live mints. And I believe what he's speaking about is this section here. When we have green check marks being checked, as opposed to this one that's being transacted here, what this is saying is that the green check mark is saying that, hey, this processed through as an official mint. So these transactions are in the mempool saying that these haven't even been minted, but these are going to be minted. And again, that's something that's very huge if you're a big momentum player, or if you're looking for some live mints, something to keep an eye on for sure, because again, these transactions that are pending have not even gone through yet. So you can start seeing this stuff before Icy Tools and Nerds and all that stuff, as long as they're popped up here, and you're pretty keen with it. Hoping we can get some type of filtering metric that can go here, but step by step. Cocoa Bean, love the new interface, right? I'm loving it too. It's very like iOS-y. I'm a big iOS guy, so I like the layout myself. The info that pops up when you hover over the cell walls disappears. Yes, that does go away after a certain period. I'll see if we can, I'll actually write that down, see if we can toggle like a timing metric for that. I believe you're talking about this, like if we go into a project and that pop-up doesn't stay up too long. Yeah, I'll see if we can kind of pop that up or give a time metric for that. Yes, Loki, that's exactly what's going on. You're getting the pending transactions on the right side of the screen, as opposed to transactions that are actually happening. So again, these pending ones are in the mempool, just waiting. They're there are orders on them going through. They're just not fully transacted yet. They're not official sales on the blockchain as of yet. And that's what the green check marks are indicating, that, hey, this actually went through. Awesome. Great questions. Um, let me see if Jap is in here real quick. Jap, are you here by any chance? Yeah, Jap is here. All right. Again, if we don't have any questions, I'm just going to bring this pop-up that we had kind of set up for us. Yeah, M. Dot, go ahead. No worries. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. I hear you. That's the fun thing with the platform, is that we have so many different types of traders, and that's what I like to reiterate to the team, is that if we're looking to be the best all-in-one platform, we have to uh, build around what all different traders like to use. Like, for your preference, I'm not sure. You mind if I ask what type of trader you are? Like, are you more momentum trader? Are you more long term? Like, what's kind of your? Gotcha. Um, yeah, and that's the thing I'd like to reiterate to people, is like, if we can pretty much customize it to each individual trader, I think that's going to be the best option for us as a whole, as a platform in general. So I think one of the suggestions I had made to the team that I think would help benefit your situation is potentially making them widgets, and kind of toggling which stats we want and where we want them. We're, again, no official word on what's happening with that, but definitely something that's being talked about, because we notice after every update that there's preferences that people fall into because of, I mean, lots of people don't really like the change. I mean, if they've stuck with one system that's been working for them for a while, then why change it, you know? But having the customization feature and the customization ability for everybody, I think would be a lot more beneficial. So definitely in the talks. Mhm. I get you. Yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, that I can definitely shoot that down to people. That makes sense. So you're saying, like, total transactions that are happening, you want that number to kind of pop up in, like, let's say we're looking at this project here. Like, even though there are transactions like going on here, you want like a metric saying, hey, this is kind of what's popping up right now. Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That makes sense. Cool. Hmm. I think the team set it to an official like refresh rate. I have to double check that. But I think, yeah, I have to double check that exactly. But yeah, I think being able to toggle that for a longer time period or something would be definitely helpful. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, that goes back to the customization portion. And like in the view setting, that's what we're also trying to do as well to potentially get people to save like layouts. Like the big one I talked about was like let's say somebody is just a long-term trader and they don't really care about the minute sales and they're only worried about uh 30-day sales, 7-day sales, and 1-day sales. Um, that's something, if I'm a longer term trader, this would be very annoying to come in here and um, try to fix this metric every single time. And like you said, just want to see sales. And let's say you just wanted this to be listed by rank all the time. Again, that goes back to the customization that we're trying to bring everybody. How fast that happens, I cannot give you a time frame on that, but I could tell you that that's definitely something that we're looking into for sure. Mhm. We, we appreciate that, and like you said, the people who are here right now, I mean, that's kind of the people who are building the tool and looking to better not only themselves but the tool itself. So yeah, at the end of the day, it comes down to us kind of breaking down how we want this tool to be formed. And the more people show up to these sessions and the more the word gets out, the more feedback that we get. And that kind of just cycles back into the ecosystem. And I hope that hopefully we can try to add some even more value to you guys. Going to that or jumping off that more value to you guys, we do have a giveaway for, I believe it's $100 in E. I mean, yeah, $100 in E. Tuesday, yeah. Jap, I don't know if you're still here. We will be giving out the $100 in E. Just got to see again if Jap is here. Yo, Jap. Yes, sir. Alright, your screen should be live.
Okay, yep, I'm here. Do you see my screen or no?
I cannot see it. I can see you're speaking. That's about it.
Give me a second.
There should be like like a share screen button, and I should be able to pop it
Don't
out.
have right here. Okay, sharing. Can you see that?
Yeah, let me pop it out.
Okay.
Alright, there you go.
Alright, so that's all of us. There's 31. I took a random snapshot. I'm gonna be doing that right now.
Alright, good luck to everybody that is here.
Nice.
Oh, ayahuasca with the W.
Congrats on $100. Again, open a ticket and we'll take care of it. Thanks for coming.
Dude, that is awesome. $100 for just showing up on Discord. That's amazing. Congrats, Austin. You won the $100 giveaway. It's your lucky day, my friend.
Thanks, Swar, for hosting the event.
Thank you, Jeff, for sticking around. I know everybody has their own thing to do, so I appreciate you there.
Yeah, no worries. See you guys in chat.
Alright, that was going to be it for today, guys. Congrats, Ayahuasca. Thank you, Jeff, for sticking around. Thank you for everybody who has stuck around into these sessions. I'm hoping that giveaways kind of helping people show up a little bit more. Because hopefully that can be your lucky day next time. Again, we do these twice a week, every Tuesday at 7:15 p.m. Eastern, and this week we'll be doing the second session tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern. So a little friendly time zone for those in the evening time zone. That's going to be it for today, guys. Appreciate you guys coming down. And hopefully you guys learned something. But yeah, go ahead. You're good. That will be going down still. I don't believe the breeding has started yet. Well, there will be more announcements on the breeding coming through. Correct. Nice, appreciate you coming down. But yeah, that's going to be it for this session, guys. Again, we do this $100 giveaway every session now. We also have a question in the tab. Are these recorded? That's a good question. On my Twitter and on Alpha Shark's Twitter, these videos should be instantly live. You guys should be able to watch those via there. I also believe the Alpha Shark's Twitch, they will be recorded as well. We're looking to get this a little more older exclusive with some clips being put online. But for right now, I would check Twitter and I would check Twitch as well. So again, appreciate you guys coming down here and spending some time. These sessions usually last about an hour. So yeah, appreciate you guys coming down. Thank you for the feedback and your guys' bags be pumped. I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow if you guys stop in for the next session. So